Hi, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Today, we're diving into a recent alarming Bloomberg report that painted a very stark picture for the current real estate market. It likened the vacant office buildings to what they are calling a debt time bomb. And the details are quite eye-opening. So, in San Francisco, for example, owners of these shiny office towers are literally just walking away from their debts. The city's largest mall, in fact, just recently deserted by its landlords, leaving a jaw-dropping $558 million mortgage behind. A similar story for two hotels, which defaulted, resulting in a $725 million in unpaid debts. And also a portfolio of apartment buildings was just completely abandoned by the landlords, a shocking $1 billion portfolio. According to Bloomberg, the main problem here was the cheap debt. Mark Thornton from Messi Institute, who maintains the skyscraper index, it's kind of a recession tracker, says that whenever a world's tallest building is built, it typically signals that there's kind of this overuse of cheap money, leading to overbuilding and ultimately a real estate disaster. Now, on a national scale, we're looking at $1.4 trillion in commercial real estate loans due just this year. Now, this is a major issue for regional banks, which are already under a ton of stress. At the same time, commercial real estate prices are plummeting. Top quality offices, apartment buildings, and malls down 27, 21, and 18% respectively in the past year. Now, according to some of these experts, recovery in these areas could take up to an entire decade. A study from Columbia and NYU suggests that these prices might never fully recover due to the impact that remote work has had kind of this permanent devaluing on properties in cities like New York and San Francisco. In the report, it shows that some of these values have come down as much as 50%. This dire situation is caused by urban doom loop of sorts, affecting city tax revenues, obviously public services. It's also going to make its way into smaller cities. We're already seeing some impacts in places like Atlanta, Georgia, and Austin, Texas, where we're witnessing significant rise in vacancies in office spaces. We're not the only country that's experienced this also, as there is clearly a direct correlation to the rate hikes just across the pond. In Europe, the situation is not much better. Higher lending costs are the starting point that are affecting cities like London, Sweden, where landlords are really struggling to refinance right now a $42 billion in debt. Now, while the rise of remote work is grabbing headlines, it's important to remember that every boom and bust cycle impacts the real estate market in massive waves, big waves. And it's time that the consequences are magnified by the proliferation also of remote work and the challenges that are currently facing most Americans in these American cities by kind of this stagflation that's going on. So if you find yourself in one of these struggling cities, it honestly might be time to consider moving. And as for the rest of us, it's important to be aware of this ticking time bomb that's set to impact most regional banks or the banks that you bank with. Thanks so much for joining me today, and remember to stay informed and always be prepared. Till next time, take care. I'm Matthew Pohl, Market Pulse Podcast, and to show your support, please like and follow.